My favorite beatitude is, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." On Saturday, November 26, I lost my beloved husband of almost 30 years in a shocking accident that has pierced my heart forever. Yet soon after, the familiar words of that beautiful beatitude came to mind. I have never known anyone who was as pure of a soul as Jeff Spillane. He was a man that was exemplified by transparency and had a single-hearted devotion to God. It is easier to follow the rules and forget the matters of the heart. However, Jeff was a man led unreservedly by his heart. Born in San Fran in 1959 to Joseph and Belita Spillane, he was raised in a loving, close-knit family of 4 children. He was the youngest and definitely not the rule follower of the family. He could be found excelling at every sport, but his true love was hunting and romping in the woods with his BB gun and buddies Court and Dana. Rose, Ann, and Kevin followed medical pathways, while Jeff joined Special Forces after high school and served our country well for 3 years. Trained in communications, he later began working in outdoor advertising and launched his own business in 1997. Jeff and I met on August 1st, 1985, at an airport shuttle, much to my father's dismay, and warning that a salesman is usually not to be trusted. However, I was won over immediately by his winsome smile and charisma, which has affected everyone in this room. But I fell in love with his heart, so true and faithful. A heart which I was honored and blessed to have led him to me. We married 2 years later after his infamous trip to Alaska, where he survived in the wilderness and left me wondering, even then, will he come back alive? This question became a hallmark of our years together. Literally daily. Jeff was a man who lived each moment to the fullest. Danger was not in his vocabulary. He wasn't a man obsessed with time, safety, cell phone messages, schedules, or details. He was a man that chose to live and love in the moment, and that he did. As if his love of nature, family, and his wife were not enough to fill his heart, along came our 6 beautiful, beautiful children. My darlings, I don't have to tell you how much he loved you because you already know. But what I do want you to know is that you each have his greatness and his heart within you. You are his legacy, and you are the most important blessings of his life. I can't neglect to mention Jeff's endless self of humor, which was a byproduct of his natural joy. He looked at life through those proverbial rose-colored glasses. I'm not sure where he left them, but I need to find them. And he literally was only down a few times in our marriage, mostly at election time. We laughed together over the silliest things, and even though his garage looked like Sanford and Son, he fussed at me for leaving the lid off the toothpaste. Or for the endless laughs we had over episodes such as the day he lost his tractor. When we moved to Dawsonville almost 9 years ago, it was culture shock for me, but a glorious playground for my mountain man. Oh, he was in his element. His heart grew even fuller as we began a whole new life of splitting wood, raising animals, trying to can food, and pretended like we had a farm. He loved every blade of grass, his creek, and especially the trees. He chopped them, burned them, built things out of them, admired them, and shared his knowledge of them. And he passed under a canopy of them. His joy living on Sacred Heart Way knew no bounds. My husband spent his last day with us doing what he loved best. After flash frying homegrown pork for fajitas, he headed down to the campsite with a twinkle in his eye. Only this adventure had a different ending. There is no doubt it was a heavenly destination where all truly pure hearts long to journey. I will miss my sweetheart every day, as we all will. One of my favorite movies is Les Miserables. Even the darkest night shall end, and the sun shall rise. My consolation lies in the fact that he has attained his goal. Jeff was a vivid dreamer, and he often shared his very spiritual dreams with us. One involved the awe of entering the gates of heaven and greeting souls he knew. I rejoice at his reunion with his parents, Marcia, and all those who have gone before us, but especially his faithful friend and comrade, Gary Caprera, who passed a mere 14 months ago. Though bonded in many ways, their mutual devotion to the two hearts of Jesus and Mary was a stronger pull than the whims of this world could ever be. Reunited, the latest adventure has only just begun. I know Jeff, along with my children, would wish to thank each of you personally and by name for all that you have meant to us and for being a part of our lives. I warmly thank both of our families for your enduring love. Our church communities throughout the years, beginning with Prince of Peace and our current beloved family at Christ the Redeemer. Our priests, deacons, and seminarians who serve us all so well. Our friends from Pinecrest, Torch, Regnum Christi, Homeschooling with Gina Chaley, St. John Bosco, CC, and Couples Group. We love you all, and we are so grateful that you could be here today to celebrate the love of my life, my mountain man, and my hero, Jeff Spillane.